Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for my February video. I love February. Two things, it's my birthday, I am a proud Aquarius, and also it's the month of love. Love is my favorite thing. So thank you so much for joining me. For those that have never seen me before, my name is Narima and I am a baker and a self-proclaimed chef. I specialize in Caribbean food mostly, but every once in a while I will do a dessert because just like love, sweets are the universal language. So today, since it is the month of love, I will be doing something so amazing, so delicious, but guess what? So easy. When you serve this to the people you love, they are going to wonder how long you spent in the kitchen, but don't tell anyone. It probably takes from beginning to end about 20 minutes and it's amazing. So a lot of different opinions for Valentine's Day. I know that is true firsthand. So just my quick opinion on it, if you've got 1 minute to spare, I think it's all about awareness, right? It's all about perspective, the way you choose to see things. Sure, a lot of people think Valentine's Day is commercialized. It's about just ridiculous money-making holiday. And you know what? They're right. I don't see it as a holiday at all. I see it as just a celebration of love, a day of awareness. And it is true that if you love someone, Valentine's Day is every day. Because yes, you do tell that person you love every single day that you love them. But what is wrong with having an extra special day that's not your birthday or an anniversary, just an extra special day of the year, just to show that someone that you love them? And not by giving them material things, but maybe like this, just making them something from your heart. There's nothing wrong with showing love. If we showed more love more of the time, what an amazing world this would be. So that's my view on it. It's just a day to be aware of the people you love, to show gratitude for having them in your life, and just give them kisses and hugs. That's it. Okay. The reason we're here today, thank you for bearing with me on that. Reason we're here today, you are not going to believe this. We are making a champagne NoBake cheesecake. It is delicious. I will show you the base of the cheesecake and then you can play around with it on your own. You can substitute the champagne for Bacardi or Bailey's, and you can make all of this different flavored NoBake cheesecakes. You can also leave the alcohol completely out and just have a family-friendly cheesecake. Why would you do that? Anyway, so let's start. The first step I'm going to show you is how to make the crust, which please don't buy store-bought crusts anymore. Once I show you this, it's so easy and so delicious. So we'll go over here, move my little camera. And I kind of started it already. I'll show you all the ingredients we need. You're going to take one full box of Honey Made graham crackers. Now I use it in my food processor. If you do not have a food processor, no big deal. Just put it in one of those gallon baggies and use the rolling pin. Very easy. But for matter of time, I will do this. So I already started here. Each box comes with 3 of these baggies and you want all 3 of them. Break it up. Before I start that, I've got 1 full stick of butter, which I'm gonna put into the microwave to melt, because you want it nice and melty. This is the glue that sticks it together. So just gonna do that first. And I like to have it at room temperature because it microwaves so much easier. Okay, that's in the micro. So coming back here to the graham crackers, we are just going to there's Kingston. Always so curious. Okay, that looks good. It's so quick and easy with the food processor. So if you have it, please use it. Now check this out. See that I leave clumps in here? The reason I do that is because I don't like it all dusty. I like to have the ability to make it a little bit chunky. I like chunky stuff. So we're gonna do that with our clean hands, always clean hands. Let me just move this out of here, guys. Check on the butter. Perfection. Look at that, nice and melty. Okay. So from here, we're going to add a little bit of sugar. Again, I'll leave all of the ingredients in the description box. We're going to take 1/3 of a cup of sugar and mix that in here. And see these clumps? This is when you start working on the clumps. Like I said, I like my crust to have texture. That's why I leave some of it. So I'll just break it up manually. You get more of that homemade feel instead of that Cheesecake Factory consistency. And by the way, I see you checking out my shirt. This is, if anybody remembers that show on Showtime, was it Showtime? Yes, called Dexter. That is like my favorite show of all times. And believe it or not, this is an original Dexter shirt, season 5. Yes, it is. And I wore it today because it's a special day, because I'm doing a Valentine's video, and I love, 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 love the person that gave me this shirt. Okay, so now that it's clumpy, take your butter, pour it all around. Make sure you get all of that butter out of there because you're going to need it. And clean hands, of course. And once the butter softens the crackers, it's easier to crush also if you wanted to crush it a little bit more. And the consistency you're looking for is this wet sand, kind of damp sand consistency. Okie doke. Now, this is done. Next step be to get our little mini pan. I'm doing this in a mini size. You can do this in a full pan. This is way enough for a full pan. So for my mini pan, let me just brush this out. Very important that you butter it all around and you line it with parchment paper, because when you take it out, it's so much easier to just tear the parchment paper off. So we're gonna take half a cup if you've got mini pans, and these are super easy to find in any store. And they're so cute. You can make different ones of different flavors, and you can cut them in fours and everyone can share. Super delicious. So I'm gonna take half a cup, heaping half a cup, pour this straight into the pan, to the little baking dish. Put this away. Now you can press this down with your hands, but I'm kind of a little perfectionist. So I've got a little cup here. Just make sure that it's nice and even everywhere, and I press down. You see that? You can add more crust if you like it very crusty. It's up to you. So I'll be making a strawberry champagne no-bake cheesecake. There, look at that, just beautiful. And since it's no bake, I don't need to bake the crust. I mean, it's graham crackers, you eat it anyway, graham crackers and butter. Just wiping my hands off. Since I'm doing a strawberry, I took some chopped strawberries and I'm just gonna add it to the bottom for that extra texture and that extra surprise when you bite into it. Beautiful, huh? Okay, set this aside. Now we're actually gonna make the no-bake mix. So that goes there. And I am going to move our little machine over here. My beautiful red mixer. Perfect for Valentine's Day. And look how easy this recipe is. Okay, main ingredient, cream cheese. You can never, ever, ever, ever go wrong with cream cheese. So I've got 2 8-ounce bars of cream cheese. So that's just 2 bars of the Philly cream cheese or whatever brand. 2 bars at room temperature because it's easier to mix and it'll be less clumpy. And if it's a little bit clumpy, you know what? It's homemade. It's full of love. Put that in. First, I'm going to give it a whirl before I add the other good stuff in. Just a quick whirl, just so you can see. See, you've got it nice and spread out everywhere. That's what you want. Now, next, we're gonna add 1 can of condensed milk. And you guys, it is so hard for me not to stick my tongue in here right now. Oh, so good. Get every bit out that you can get out. Okey-doke. Next, we are going to add my secret. It's super awesome vanilla. I don't use any imitation. Well, I'm lying. For the kids and stuff, you know, I'll use imitation. But for the real deal, just try to get the best vanilla you can afford. Believe me, you will thank me, your people will thank me, and this is stuck. There you go. And all you need is just, if you're using really good vanilla, all you need is just like a little bit. So I would say about half a teaspoon. This one's a paste, so I use even less if it's a paste, and it lasts longer. Here's the vanilla. Now I will just scrape off the edges so everything can mix evenly. Seriously want to lick this bowl. Get everything in there. Okie dokie, time to mix. This up. And mix away. And we haven't added the fun thing yet. I get these little bottles of champagne from Costco, and I'm so in love. Every day's a party. I find a reason to celebrate every day. And why shouldn't you? There you go. I turned this up a little bit higher for about a minute, just to try to get rid of those clumps. Fantastic. Now this is the base of the cheesecake, just that. I am adding flavor to it, that's why I'm adding the champagne. But if you want to stop here, then just omit the champagne. But why would you? This is the fun part. So we're going to take, it's very little bit, it's just a quarter cup of champagne. And you get to drink the rest. That's the rule. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. My kids love that. Quarter cup of champagne, pour it right in. Yes, you're welcome. I see a mess. Yolk. Then slowly mix that in. You'll want to stop it and just scrape it around. Make sure everything gets mixed. And you will see once I take it out, it's very liquidy. But that's not a problem. That's how it's supposed to be, because we're going to stick it in the freezer overnight. Always make this, you guys, overnight, 2 days before even. Stick it in the freezer and it comes out nice and solid, you'll see. Just making sure everything's out. And that's it. You're done. You're so done. Take it out of here. This back over here. I'll show it to you. Look at that. That is beautiful. And you see what I'm telling you? It looks very liquid, but this gets nice and solid in the freezer overnight. Quick taste, because the chef always has to taste. Oh my God, that is so good. Okay, let's start putting it in here. Remember, we made this in the beginning. You're gonna wanna take 1 cup of filling for one of these little minis. I have a little scooper, because since I do this for work, I need everything to be completely even and equal. So I scoop 1 cup in, which is 4 scoops. Make it nice and even. And here you go. That's your cheesecake, your no-bake cheesecake, no baking needed whatsoever. You're going to put these, make as many as you like, or make one big one, and you're gonna put it in the freezer overnight. Do not even try to bite into it in 2 hours or 3 hours, because it's still gonna be liquid. You need this to get hard and solid, okay? So we're gonna put it in the freezer. And just like magic, here comes out the other one. I made this one last night, just so you can see. So I'm gonna top it, finish everything off, and you'll see what a beautiful cheesecake you're gonna have for Valentine's Day. But while I do that, I've got just a little bit of chocolate chips, not much, about, I don't know, 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. I'm gonna put it in the microwave to get all melty, because guess what we're doing with the chocolate chips? That's right, it's coming. Okay, I've got these mini pot pie platters that I use for my business. I'm gonna open this out, and now you'll see the importance of the parchment paper. What a beautiful thing. You can just look at it. Take off the bottom. See? Parchment paper. Peel it off. Look at that. See the strawberries in there? Gives that extra texture. Now you can stick it on a plate if you like, but I'm gonna give this one away to a special friend. Actually, you know what? She's my yoga instructor and I love her. I fill her with sweets. So we've got this right here, and I've already made whipped cream. In one of my other videos, I have how to make whipped cream. I believe it's the pumpkin pie video, but I made it in anticipation to use it today. Take that out. I'm gonna use my little scooper again. Everybody loves whipped cream, so I put 3 scoops. Put this back in the fridge. Doesn't have to be perfect, because in imperfection there's beauty. I actually have that tattoo right here. Let's check our chocolate. Almost all melty. Put it in for 10 more seconds. There we go. Perfect melty chocolate. See how easy that was? That's just chocolate chips in the microwave until it gets melted. You can use white chocolate if you like, but just for the contrast of color, I'm doing milk chocolate. You dip your strawberry. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? That's a beauty. Gonna stick that right in the middle. Oh my gosh. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. You're gonna take some of these amazing crumbs and put that all around. And here you go, you guys. Who wouldn't love, absolutely love to have this for Valentine's Day or any day of the year. Whatever you do, just make it so special. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back. Bye. Mwah.